Welcome, ladies. It is Stand Out with Purpose, Create Your Signature program, and we are going to get right at it. A little bit about me, just really quick, because we want to get going. I've created 4 businesses and real estate sales. I'm an attorney. I had an events business, and now I'm doing what I love to do, my purpose. I've learned sales, I've learned contract negotiation, marketing, PR, and purpose work. So I'm well equipped and love what I do. So what is a signature purpose-driven program? Well, it's a structured offering, whether a product, service, or initiative, and it's designed and implemented with a very clear and compelling purpose at its core. This purpose aligns with your personal and your professional values, passion, and mission. So it's something that's really specific to you and resonates with you. And if it resonates with you, it's going to resonate with other people. The benefits of having a purpose-driven offering is that you get client engagement and loyalty in spades. When they resonate with your program, they're going to stick with you. You get a unique value proposition out there in a very flooded, competitive market. You're going to stand out from the crowd and differentiate yourself. And have that value in your offering. The benefits of purpose-driven offerings are long-term success and sustainability, and we're going to see that with some company you're going to recognize in a second. You're going to get your own personal satisfaction and fulfillment from this, and we know when you're fulfilled, you're going to stay with it, and you're going to grow it and bloom it, as I like to say, and you're going to increase your motivation. If you love what you're doing, if you're on purpose, you're going to be motivated to keep going. So here's the company that we all know is Patagonia. Their core values, they're aligned with, we're in business to save our home planet is their mission statement, and quality, integrity, environmentalism, justice, and not bound for convention are their core values. And look at this, they've been in business for 40 years. So there's that long-term success and sustainability. And we want to stay in business for at least 40 more. And we want to, do those environmental, defend the place we call home. We all know Patagonia always comes to the top in case studies. It's the poster child for purpose-driven missions. Okay, so why develop one? Why develop if you're a solopreneur or a small business or your own business owner? Well, I've already said you're going to stand out from the crowd. And what I hear from the women I work with, they want structure to their content. And once they can deliver it in a structured way, then it starts getting clarity to their audience, and they're well received, and they hone it, and their mission and what they stand for really resonates with their ideal client, because there's brand awareness. You also have a program is a product. It's a saleable product, so that it's just as a tangible product. We know a program is intangible, but you can give guidebooks and different flyers and different exercises to go along with it, so you have a nice package to sell. It increases your impact. It solves your clients' problems. It takes your clients on a transformation that they want to go on, and it drives your mission deeper and farther. So what are the components of a successful purpose-driven program? Well, they are, make it about your purpose, and it's got to be clear, compelling, capturing the essence, and answering your why. Okay, the next component's got to have your core values, as we saw with Patagonia. Identify your core values and principles, and you have to know your core values. And when I work with the women in my Bloom Mastermind, we identify core values and work with them and incorporate those into your program. You have to get goals for your purpose-driven programs, and remember those SMART goals: specific, measurable. So specific, you know what the goal is. Measurable, you can track it. Achievable, it's not so sky high that you can't achieve it. It's relevant to your clients, and it's timely. It's you're going to have a time measured aspect to it. For example, my goal is to help 50 women solopreneurs launch their purpose-driven initiatives within the next year. That's a real goal and objective. So when you get clear on that, it will really drive your program. It's got to be engaging. It's got to be interactive. There's got to be exercises. There has to be some impact for your attendee, your user, your client. So actionable takeaways and interactivity is always really great to engage. And what I like to say, stay sticky. You want your clients, your customers, the people in your program to stay engaged with it and see it through. Because that's when we know that they're going to have their transformation. And if you learn anything today, it's going to be transformation. Measurable transformation. So your client comes to you, and then at the end of your program, they're going to see that they've come far, or they've taken some steps to get where they wanted to go. You're going to offer solutions in your program, and you're going to help solve their problems. So they're going to see a real measurable transformation, that there are solutions in there, or ways to do things, whatever your program entails, and that they're going, oh my gosh, this is what I need. That's why it will be a saleable product that a buyer will want to solve their problem. Now, let's go through the quick steps. There are 8. You have to know your who. I work with women to really identify not only their ideal client, not only their target audience, but their niche. And then we make up an avatar of that ideal client, put demographics and psychographics to it, like their personality. If you don't know what psychographics, look that up, because it's the reason why they're buying things, and the reason why they'll stay engaged, and the reason why they'll want to take their program. Like an example is a company that sells energy bars may know that their clients like to go hiking, things like that. So really know your who. Upside down, inside out is where you need to start. And once you know that, you'll know the problems you can solve, because if you know your who, you'll understand their problems, because you will know that. You know what their challenges are, you know what their struggles are, you know what they're dealing with, and you're going to understand the transformation they want. You're going to hear patterns, and you're going to pick that up and put that in your messaging about, I'm stressed or overwhelmed, or whatever it is that they're dealing with, that you can address in your problem, in your program. So know that your skills and your experience can solve those specific problems. It's got to be specific, your program, but broad enough so that it can encompass the genre of problems that your ideal client is dealing with, so that you can gather. It can't be so narrow, but it certainly can't be broad, and that's what niching is all about. And I work with women to really pinpoint their niche. Okay, so step 3, understand their transformation. I said that already. By asking questions like, if you solve your problem, how will you feel? If you solve your problem, what will happen? What transformation are you looking for? Where are you now? And where do you want to go to so that you can do what? By asking those specific questions, you're going to really understand their transformation, which hopefully you did in step 1. But if not, step 3, you're really going to take a deep dive into their transformation. And then step 4 is start with the destination. What? Don't start at the beginning. No, it's your program. Start with where they want to be at the end of this process. And most likely, you are doing this program because you had to learn it or are learning it right now. And you know the steps it involves so that you know the path that you took or are taking to get to your transformation. What steps do they need? Not only technical, like a website or something, and there could be a myriad of steps in your program that can differ from mine, but you'll know what they need and the tools and the resources and what they need to think through, what the challenges are going to be, so that if they want to, like in my case, launch a solopreneur business, let's say it's coaching or it's interior design with a program, you have to know what steps they need to go through. Step 5, add those. So you start with the destination, and then you're adding all those transformative steps, and that will show them and not overwhelm them that this is a step-by-step structured process that they go through in so many weeks, in such amount of time, so that they can make their transformation so many months, or after they do some action steps, that they can work through this program. So you're going to add the steps. You're also going to add structure. One of my clients said it's like adding buckets. The steps are many things to do, but can you categorize the steps so that there's a structure and a flow to your program? And then add engaging content and resources, quizzes, polls, worksheets, guides, questionnaires. Let's say they have to ask people questions and they have to poll their clients. A nice questionnaire on what they need to ask their clients that I offer my the women in my program, they get things like that so that they're not reinventing the wheel. You are giving them a turnkey operation, yet they have to do the work to make this happen. You can't be doing it all for them, and that's why you're having a program. So instead of working transactionally with people, and maybe developing reports and things like that, you're putting them through a program so they can develop their own process, whatever they have to do to work on whatever they have to work on in their transformation. But you're going to add engaging content and resources all along the way, so it's value loaded, and they just, when they need something, it's right there, or you can point them in a direction. Step 8 is to choose a delivery method for your program. Is it a webinar? Is it a feeder program? Is it a shorter program that feeds into some bigger commitment that they have to make with you? Is it an evergreen program where you have group participation and or one-on-one coaching with it so they can watch something? An evergreen program is something to watch on video on different platforms there are available, and then you can provide that one-on-one consultation or working, whether it's marketing or wellness or all this can portray itself to many different service genres that you work with your clients on. Okay, so remember to set your clear goals, your SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. And I'm trying to be timely here. So I'm doing good. Make a roadmap. I'm going to show you an example in a minute. So let's just hold on to that idea. But do make a roadmap. It's a great visual. They'll get it. They'll get your program easily. It's a marketing tool for you, and it will organize you. Get feedback. Pass this off of your peers, focus groups, past clients, a beta group. And then you get your feedback and can really hone it and make it into a wonderful program. Always update and revise it. Programs as you transform into a way shower for people going through your program. You're going to hear things from them, and more people are going to go through the program, and you're going to say, oh, I need this in it, or I need to do this, or they keep asking me questions about that. My program doesn't address it. Well, this is your opportunity always to update and revise. And remember, there's trends happening too. There's cutting edge technology happening. There's current events and different things happening that could affect your program or the people taking your program. So the people you service. So stay up on all that. Always update and revise. And a great program provides that flexibility. Be creative. This is a time for you to really show your authentic self. Think out of the box on how you can engage people, reach people to go through your program and have the transformation they are really looking to have. It's really fun, and it can be very rewarding for you. And then share, communicate, and connect. About your program, reach out in networking events, do speaking gigs, online social networking, offer free resources, offer free consultations or sessions, network, collaborate. I mean, the list goes on. Utilize testimonials and case studies. Optimize your website to attract people to your program. Clear call to actions will do that. Yes, some paid advertising. I always say stay away from that until you've really got your program humming, because you may really need to tweak it in the beginning. As people go through it and you know what holes there are, you know what you have to add to it. Host workshops and events, utilize an influence either for marketing influences, do guest post referral programs. I'm just running down a laundry list here. Join professional organizations and interact. Be consistent with your branding, your professional branding, and we do a lot of that on our Bloom Mastermind to make sure we are really branding ourselves really well, and with logos and taglines, mission statements, vision statements, everything like that is all part of the work. And by combining all these strategies, you're really going to have a great program. Okay, on to a quick case study, and this is Rachel. Rachel is in the Bloom Mastermind right now, and she's an interior designer, and she has a chronic illness. So Rachel wants every woman to feel that her home nurtures her soul and is designed for holistic well-being. Not only does she know how to make a tranquil room, she knows about toxic products and things like that, or toxic furnitures or dyes in the fabric and things like that you may want to stay clear from in your home if you're nurturing both your physical and emotional health with your spaces and surroundings. So Rachel's Signatures program does that for empty nesters and women in transition. So she knows her who, right? She knows their problem. They want to come home and have their home hug them and be calm and tranquil and go, oh, at the end of the day. And her program transforms their homes and spaces into havens of comfort and tranquility. A great example of a purpose-driven program from Rachel's experience with having a chronic illness. So it's personal to her, and therefore it's going to be extremely fulfilling. What about Teresa? Teresa is another person that has gone through my Bloom Mastermind, and Teresa is just filled with energy. She's amazing. She was a stressed out corporate employee. So it's very personal to her to bring organizational and corporate wellness to different companies. Wellness programs for a healthier, more productive workforce is essential. She says your employees are worth it. So her signature program is a unique employee wellness program that is very saleable to companies. It is her product. And she also has vendors and all to do chair massages, because she's a massage therapist, or was one, and helps organizations with that healthier bottom line. They want to keep employees. They want to offer things. They want to de-stress their employees. They want to lower their healthcare costs and have healthier employees. So Teresa has a great purpose-driven program. Here's how you can get going with your roadmap. Here's the template that I used off of Canva. Okay, it's got nothing to do with what my Bloom program, but here's what I turned it into. I turned it into how you can create your purpose-driven mission. And, sometimes when I go from Canva to PowerPoint, the letters go wonky on this, and I can see it does. But my step one is that sprout, see the T down there, sorry. But it's all about your vision and knowing your transition, what's going to fulfill you, what's your purpose. We take a deep dive into that. And the bonus is my Seeds for Success program, and I'll be a second on that in a minute. Then we totally, in step 2, work on your mission, your who, why, what, and everything else but the kitchen sink. You know who your ideal client is. You know who you're going to serve, or who you are serving, or how you can serve better, and what they're dealing with, and how you specifically can help solve their problems so they can see their transformation. And then in our step 3 grow phase, we put in strategy so that you can be confident out there, so that you know your niche, your brand, your message, your offer, your price, your plan, like your marketing plan. Then we get into more development, yes, with more marketing plan, but it's so you can be consistent out there. Sell your program, sell your product with your website, your services, your program, your sales, your networking, your speaking, your list building, your tracking, and then you're going to bloom. You're going to commit to be a way shower, a strategist, a leader, an expert, because that's what you already are. And now you've got the tools and everything you need to do it. So I have a 5-step purpose-driven mission. Why? Because I'm an attorney, and that wasn't fulfilling for me. And I started Bloom years ago. Then I left it. I did a hard stop on it. I said, how am I going to grow this? I don't get it. And then I went back to practice law, was very transactional, buried in paperwork. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I've got to unbury myself. I have to do really my purpose work, is to help women who feel overwhelmed and stressed or not on purpose get on their path. And this is the path so they can sprout, bud, grow, blossom, and bloom their purpose-driven mission. And it's all based on my Seeds for Success program, the core that I live by, I profess. It's my acronym for Bloom. A be positive mindset is essential. If you're going to have success out there in your own business, well, then you have to develop a growth mindset. That's part of Be Positive. Love what you do. And I didn't say do what you love. Yes, you want to have a passion for it, but you also want to love what you do and find that gratefulness for it, but be on track. Really love what you do and not just what you think people want. It's got to resonate for you. And we work on that a lot. And then owning your power, you can have all these things. You can have a great purpose-driven program. You can have so many pieces here, but if you're not owning your power and having that confidence to deliver a program or be an expert, and if you're going to struggle with imposter syndrome and all the things we struggle with, then you're not going to be able to deliver your program, sell it, or be a way shower for people. You're not going to help people solve their problems. You are not going to be of service for the service you were meant to do, because that's your purpose. So you got to own your power. Notice it's right in the middle because it is the cornerstone of my program. And then organize your life. And this is where, we don't go and clean your closets out. Organizing your life is taking your energy and your results and putting it into 4 spots, so you know that you're expending the correct energy to get your rate of return of what you want. So the ideal thing is spending as little energy as possible and getting huge results. The world is imperfect, so we work on that so that you can move forward with your program, with your purpose, with your mission, and really serve people and come from that higher vantage point. And of course, we want to make profits. So there you go. I was in nonprofits for a while, and I know that it's a different kind of a purpose-driven program. And but for women who have profit business, they can certainly be on purpose and still have a profitable business. And I'd love you to join my Blue Mastermind. So I just want to talk to you 1 minute that it's a growth accelerator. It's a small group of very motivated women. They energize each other. We zero in on our purposes. We cultivate and commit to our missions. We get clear on how to attract our ideal client, put structure into content, offer, and pricing. And let me tell you, when we do that segment, it really turns people kind of upside down, because they see a lot of people, especially in purpose-driven missions, tend to give things away. So we learn how to own our power on that and price things accordingly and do offers that make sense for your clients and has tons of value and is going to help them with their transformations, but it's also going to help you with a healthy, sustainable business. And then create a step-by-step growth roadmap for your own business. Now, the bonus, if you book a session with me, it's just a discovery call. It's not a session, but we can work on one item for you. And I'm happy to do that. And you don't have to go into the mastermind program. You just have to book a discovery session with me, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the mastermind, but we're going to focus on you and your challenges or what's going on with you. And if you, book a call with me today, you're going to get 2 extra private VIP coaching sessions with me. There's already a package of them in the mastermind, but you'll get 2 extra coaching sessions, which is like a $400, $500 value. You're going to get a goal setting workshop, which is great at the beginning of the year, or we get going right away. And you'll get my Seeds of Success video program, which is just the base and the core of everything. So that is how you can go with purpose, create your own program. I'm going to stop the share now, and I'm going to see if you have questions.